Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. I have found another woman on the fourth circle who could use a little help.
I haven't slept in days.
Do you have a moment, Pineleaf? Forgive me if I'm direct, but I have heard your name spoken amongst the people since your arrival in Minas Tirith, and I hoped that you might be able to aid me in a personal matter. My son Kiragon has not been himself. My husband has gone to war, and Kiragon will not say it, but I know it tears at him. He spent much time alone over the past few weeks, and he doesn't even speak to his friends. He spends every morning down at the bats sailing ships he and Kir here built together. That, or he wanders in Eaglemoss Green and sits alone in the dark of the trees. Is this how a child should cope? It does not seem so to me, and I worry for him. We all feel the loss of our loved ones, and he must understand that we're together and in our sorrows. Yes, please go find him and tell him to return to me. I've prepared supper, and I can't allow Kiragan to sacrifice another meal to his sadness. Very well. I'll look for Kiragan. So it looks like I am not done helping the children of Minas Tirith. I think this is about the right area. Anyone around here? Kiragan is not here. Perhaps he's at Eaglemoss Green below. I haven't found Kiragan yet, but apparently the warden of the wells wanted to speak with me. Probably wondering why I'm poking around so much in the cisterns and other places.
Every minute feels like hours. We can only prepare so much.
Could those who sabotaged the valve actually be from outside the city? Most think that there is no way into and out of the city right now, with the front gate being heavily guarded, but I know that's false. There are a few cisterns that can only take one out of the city. Guards are posted on the lower cisterns at the base of the city, but none are posted in the entrances from the mountains. Could orcs have scaled Mount Meluin and snuck into the northern cistern entrance? I shudder at the thought. Well, I can tell you one thing for sure. I know orcs have snuck in because I saw orcs and goblins inside, and I even killed a few. Either way, if the saboteurs are still hiding nearby in the cisterns, they must be apprehended or dealt with in some manner. I leave that up to you, my good warden. Alright, find some... or what else? Oh, you have got to be kidding me! What?
We won't let our city fall.
Remove the muck in the cisterns?
Every minute feels like hours. We can only prepare so much.
Cave lizards? Well, yeah, I've seen cave lizards in there.
Won't let our city fall.
And mushrooms. Now, how do I get to that garden below? Without getting myself killed, of course. Ah, I found the green, and it looks like I also found Kiragan. Hello there.
Soldiers, horses, battle horns, and spears.
Mother sent you, didn't she? She doesn't need to worry about me. You know, I just come down here to think about Father and my family and how things used to be. I don't want to talk about that right now. You don't want to talk about it right now. Oh, I was just about to leave to sail my ships. Oh, would you like to come along? All right, I suppose I can do that.
Are you a rider?
Father and I used to sail our ships every day. They're a little big for the bats, but it hasn't stopped us yet. Yes, if you want to join me this time, I'll meet you up at the fourth circle by the bats of Belchor. It's the family fountain, by the it's a big fountain by the bridge at the cisterns. I'm certain that you can figure it out. Yes, I was there looking for you earlier. Yes, the sooner we set sail, the sooner I'll go home. Deal? Come on, let's have some fun. All right. Onward and set sail. Yeah. Kiergan has standing near the baths where a model ship of Gondor floats calmly. Right? I see what he means by that they're a little big.
Have I mentioned I'm friends with a prince of the halflings?
You are. Yes, you made it. Pineleaf, I left one of the ships for you. Oh, would you like to set it into the baths? You can if you want. It'd be great if you have someone else here to share the fun. All right. Let's see. One of the ships is. From his cart. Where is his cart? Ah, here's the cart. Ah, yeah. This ship of Umbar. That's bigger than I am. Alright. Here we go. Place the model ship of Umbar into the bath's waters. Alright. Obviously, I didn't do a very good job in picking it up. Let's try this again. No? Alright, well. How am I supposed to place it here? Oh, I was supposed to just walk to the exact right spot. There you go, one ship of Umbar and one ship of Gondor. Are they going to start firing at each other or ramming each other or whatever ships in this era do?
Soldiers, horses, battle horns, and spears.
More like ballasty, rams, boarding parties. Anyway, look how they float Pineleaf. Father and I built them together, you know. He did most of the work, but I built a lot of the little details. See the tiny corsair on that one? I wonder what it would be like to sail on a real ship. Father said that he'd take me on to Pelagar someday soon, but I don't know when he'll be home. My uncle Ristagir isn't as fond of rivers and seas as Father and me, and he's a skilled craftsman all the same. Don't you see? It runs in the family, Pineleaf. I want to be a woodworker and warrior just like my father. Oh, Mother wanted me to come home, yes? I'd be glad if you did join us for supper. Allow us a few minutes to pack up my ships, and I'll meet you at our home. All right. There you go. And I will speak with his mother. He should be back home soon.
Dark skies, dark tidings.
You convinced him to hurry home? Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Dark skies, dark tidings.
Thank you again for talking to Kiergan. As much as he enjoys his time to himself, I know he needs the company of others to help him through these times. Now, let us wait for him to return. He should not be long. Well, I hope he's not long. He still hasn't arrived. I thought he would be here by now.
Dark skies, dark tidings.
Oh, Kiergan. It never takes him this long to make it back from the bats, with or without his ships. I wonder what is wrong. Pineleaf, can you travel back to the bats and see if Kiergan is somewhere nearby? If he's still there, perhaps it will be best if you escorted him home. Yes, ma'am. Directly back. The The wagon is here and still empty. What? Someone sunk the Gondorian ship! I think your Corsair ship is doing a little bit too much role-playing.
Why, hello there.
Before you even approach Kiergan, you could see that he's devastated. He's visibly shaking and tears are streaming down his face. I don't know what happened. I don't understand. I went to bring my cart over and now it's ruined. Why, Pineleaf? I told Father I'd look after them. Calm down. I'm sure that we will uncover who's behind this stacked, and I will do... We have these puddles here. What does it matter? I can't repair it. What am I on? Well, let's see if I could do something about it. Then, see if there's anything we could do about repairing it. What is going on here? Up this way? There's not so much to guard with the streets so empty. Oh, well, no, alright. You have discovered two men having a heated conversation, and one of them is soaked.
When the time comes to fight, we'll be ready.
Don't involve yourself in this, stranger. I'm having some words with this one, and I do not have time to deal with you as well. Actually, I'm here on behalf of Kiergan, who... And apparently this man has destroyed one of his model ships. Kiergan, I am Ristigir, his uncle. I'm sorry to meet you under such circumstances, but I could not allow this man to flee after seeing what he has done. This wretch had it in his head to break a child's toy as some form of protest against the steward. This is not a way for any to behave, no matter how aggrieved. Titan here will be collected by the guard shortly, and then I shall bring Kiergan back to his mother's house. I would be grateful if you would meet me there. Very well. Now then, he will be able to settle his nephew's troubles, I hope. Now, let's head back to their house. It appears that they're all home now. Everything safe and sound?
The enemies of men approach. I hope you are prepared.
I'm glad you've come, Pineleaf. I have a confession to make, my friend. I was only able to apprehend Titan with such haste because he was of our order. He was of the Withered tree. Seeing what he'd done, I had much to consider. I was disgusted, not only with his actions, but also with my own for aligning myself with such folk. I shall not be a part of a group that preys on the helpless under the guise of some noble goal. Pox on the Withered tree. I only hope my family will understand, for it is hard even for me to understand my actions. Until this war is ended, I shall stand by my loved ones. It is there that I am truly needed. Kiergan's a good boy, and I see much of my brother in him. I shall help him to rebuild the ship, and perhaps I'll show him more of the art until Kier here's return. Thank you, Pineleaf. You shall ever be welcome amongst my family. Well, at least we managed to get one reformed member of the Withered tree. Just wish we could do that with the rest of the lot.
I haven't slept in days.
I can't thank you enough for your help, Pineleaf. It breaks my heart to know what happened to poor Kiergan's ship, but Ristigir has vowed to help him build a new model in time for Kiergan's return. Ristigir is a good man, and I know Kiergan will be glad to have him around more often. I don't know when my husband will return, but I hope it'll be soon. You'll always be welcome amongst us, Pineleaf. Let us hope brighter days are ahead. Oh, yes. Everyone is hoping that brighter days are up ahead. Right, Kiergon?
Soldiers, horses, battle horns, and spears.
I'm glad to see you again, and I hope you had fun with my ships. I certainly did until, well, you know. I'm sad that cruel men broke my ship, but Uncle has promised that he'll help me build a new one, and it's so nice to have his help. He doesn't even like boats. I want to spend some time with my family tonight. Is it okay? I do not mean to push you out of supper. Maybe you could join me at the baths when my new ship is done? Well, that may take a little time, but alright. Alright. Now, I suppose I need to head into the cisterns. I still have some items to find, plus collect some mushrooms, kill some cave lizards, remove some piles of muck, and oh yes, find some saboteurs. I suppose this is what he means by muck. Well, let's start cleaning this place up. And maybe we could have a nicer place when we finish this all up. Oh, and some mushrooms. A lovely edible mushroom that usually only grows in the caves of Pineleaf. Alright. And we've got some cave lizards to worry about. Might as well bring them over here so I don't wind up fighting that insect at the same time. Though I'm supposed to be fighting their nest, not necessarily the cave lizards themselves. Deal with the muck. Anything else out here? Anyone see a particularly big cave lizard? Because it looks like I'm supposed to be finding someone called Old Stonetail. Whoever that is. But for the time being, I'm going to have to deal with these things. Pick mushrooms. Find their nests. That's right, I still need to find their nests. Oh, I finally found the valve rod. Well, that's 2 of those items found. So I'm still having trouble finding all of the muck, and we still have the matter of those nests. This other side seems to be filled with goblins rather than with lizards. But maybe there's something down there. Let me go and check before I give up on this one. That'll be down this way. Oh! Actually, it does have a nest. Alright, we'll go with that. And we've got this one here. 2 of them. Alright, that one's down. Let's destroy this nest. Good. And a bit more of this. Oh, and another nest to go with it. Good. I assume that's a lizard nest and not an insect nest. Ah! I think I found the room where the saboteurs are located. Good. Now, there are also a bunch of goblins here, unfortunately. But I have to take care of one thing at a time. First the goblins, because they're attacking me. And then the saboteurs, who I believe are those orcs that are off there who look like they're trying to do some sabotage work. Looks like this is where I found that chain earlier. Stop doing that. Alright, and I still haven't found Old Stonetail, wherever that lizard is located. So many things to do. So many things to find. Has to be at least one more place for lizards around here, because don't know why. Alright, well, that's one saboteur because I still have to find a gear. And I need to find more mushrooms. And of course, stone tail. And apparently more of these saboteurs. But they seem to be doing a good job of hiding at the moment. Oh well. Ah! This unexplored area. This is the one area where I think I haven't been yet, and where else would a... Oh well, I'll have to worry about that later then. Where else would an old major lizard be hiding but down, way down here? So I'm going to guess, in fact, that might... Yeah, that's old Stonetail right up there. Alright. And this place has plenty of mushrooms. Now, has this thing finally extracted itself from that nasty position where it was located? Yes, it has. Now, let's get to Stonetail. Well, I'm sure this is Stonetail's guardian. So we'll deal with that first. Now for the infamous Stonetail. Right? Zap. We're like a big Stonetail. Bigger than I am. Not that the lizards are all that. There you go. Not that these lizards are all that small in the first place. Hold on. Oh yes, more of the muck. So it looks like I might be able to finish much of the stuff here. Well, I still have to find a few more saboteurs, of course. Ah, find a section that I missed before, and it looks like it has a pretty large valve gear, I gotta say. Well, that is it for that. Let's get out of here. Hello there, I've made it back from the cisterns. I've taken care of the sabotage.
Every minute feels like hours. We can only prepare so much.
You found the missing parts of the valve? Good, good. And you say that some goblins were lurking around there? This is indeed dreadful news. I shall alert the city guard of this development. Right now, we must fix the master valves so the lower circle will not be flooded. Well, there is that. Alright, let's do some fixing. Alright, that's one of the pieces back in. Two of the pieces back in. There we go. Took care of that.
Mordor will regret challenging the walls of Minas Tirith.
Great work, Pineleaf. One crisis averted and another remains. Continued threats and enemies still lurk in the cisterns. Unless the tunnels are clear of any danger, I won't be able to go into the cisterns at any time soon. Yes, there is a little bit of a problem there. And speaking of that, I did take care of some of the saboteurs.
We won't let our city fall.
Orcs were trained to sabotage the lesser drainage gates of the cistern? I assume you dealt with them readily then. Not only do I not have enough men to maintain the cisterns, but now a small band of invaders bide their time under the city. This is an most unfortunate day. Well, there is that. Ooh, did I finally get my rep up? Oh no, I completed quests in Minas Tirith. Oh, that's a major milestone. New deed, quests of old Honorian. Oh, wonderful. I thought I found the light at the end of the tunnel, and it was only an oncoming orc. Now, I took care of the muck.
Every minute feels like hours. We can only prepare so much.
I took care of those scaly things.
We won't let our city fall.
Well, I can't believe it! Old Stonetail finally took off with her tail between her legs. I never thought I would see the day. Perhaps now we can get the cave lizard population in the cisterns under control. Yes, we can only hope. Oh, now I got the rip I needed. Yay!
Every minute feels like hours. We can only prepare so much.
What a harvest of mushrooms! Great work! I had already let the foodmonger fellows hall know about the mushrooms. They have set a collection box in front of their guild hall. If you would kindly take the mushrooms there, the guild will then dry them and prepare them for the food stores. Alright, fine. I will bring it to the rations chest. Ah, the collection chest. There you go. Now with that done, perhaps we're finished with the cisterns. We have to find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.